Fourth depressive experience. So David says, hey, let's get married now. I don't think she knows how her husband got killed. Why? Verse 27, after the time of mourning was over, David said, hey, why don't we get married? Thing displeased the Lord. The baby comes, the baby's born, and suddenly, I feel bad for Nathan. This is the tough part about being pastors. Nathan says in chapter 12, verse 8, he tells David, now, just so you know, he not only tells David, but he announces it to the whole world, because it's right here in the Bible. So David's not the only one. This is not a secret message with just David. That's why it's recorded here for all time, okay? So Nathan tells David, why did you despise the word of the Lord by doing what is evil in his eyes? You struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword and took his wife to be your own. You killed him with the sword of the Amorites. Now, there's movies. I don't like watching them. They're called, I think, chiller movies? I don't know. Picture this movie. The husband's married to a nice wife. There's a secretary at his office that has determined she wants him. And so she starts causing trouble between him and his wife, trying to drive the wife away so she can have the man. You with me so far with this movie? If you guys watch any movies, this is like a common. So they're having struggles and problems, and they don't know why things are happening, but it's the evil secretary working. Now, the secretary finally kills off the wife. And the secretary comes to the grieving husband. Oh, I've always been there for you. I understand what you're going through. And, why don't we get married? And so they're going to get married when all of a sudden in the movie, the guy begins to put pieces together like, wait a second, it's the secretary that's been behind all of this and killed my first wife. And then, of course, she gets mad and she's coming with the knife. So, do they call those thriller movies? Horror? Nightmare movies? That must have been a guy hiding the money. No. So, you can imagine the shock. Would you be shocked if you found out that the person you're married to killed off your former spouse in order to get you? So now Nathan announces this, and Bathsheba realizes, first of all, she goes to herself, I'm marrying King David. You know what? We blew it. We blew it. I got pregnant with him. But you know what? We're both godly people. And praise God, God forgives sins. I'm glad I'm marrying David. Even though he was weak and I was weak, he's a man after God's own heart. He loves the Lord. I'm marrying a very godly man. He's so many songs in the Bible. God's used him in such mighty ways. It's amazing that I'm married to such a godly man. To find out from Nathan, oh, your godly husband, he murdered your first husband. You don't think that would put you into a depression? To realize the man you thought you were marrying, actually, first of all, we cheated, but now he murdered my innocent husband that had nothing to do with this? Wow. So let's see, this is all within 1 year. Stupid affair, unwanted pregnancy, death of a husband, find out the husband I'm married to is a murderer.